Here you have the new Ford Expedition. For 2025, they have made significant changes to its design, some of them quite interesting. Some you will love and others maybe not so much. The cabin's interior has been completely revamped with almost everything being new. The screen has a mind-blowing feature you can use. Wow, I already sound like the guys from couches.net, but you need to know where to look for it and how to make it work, and I'll tell you about it later. And in the back seats, there's a surprise I wasn't expecting, but you're going to love it too. And the question is, did they fix the issues from the past? Well, we're going to see that in this video as well. Welcome. The exterior of the new Expedition has undergone noticeable changes, particularly with the redesigned front grille. But I want you to pay attention to the daytime running light, the extension they've given it, and its shape. It's said to be like a man flexing his muscles, and it will be more visible at night. That's the shape they've given to the daytime running light, the lights, the front headlights, LED. We also have a metallic tone here in an interesting texture, and further down we also have a metallic tone. This vehicle lacks the protection of the Tremor, which is designed for off-roading. The tire features rubber covering 24-inch rims, similar to those found on the Suburban and Tahoe. There is also an option for 24-inch rims. For the Expedition, you have a profile of 40 and 285 millimeters wide, with a very striking design on that rim. And continuing along the side, the mirrors are in black, contrasting with the color of the body. In itself, it maintains the identity of the Ford Expedition in its profile, the silhouette part. That doesn't change much from what we're used to seeing here in the Tremor. For example, if there's a slightly higher elevation due to the suspension, because of all the off-road tuning it has. In this model, the height remains the same as the previous one. What about the engine, Freddie? Well, I'm glad you asked me that, because about the engine, it's good, thank you. It's basically the Carrillo, but not the same engine. We have the V6, and since it's twin-turbo, it gives you 400 horsepower in this one, in this Platinum, while in the Tremor, 440 more horsepower. It is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission and torque. You have about 510 pound-feet of torque, and the rear part of the Ford Expedition is one of the ones that has changed the most. And there are things you're going to love. Let's start with something interesting, and that's this black color. You're going to find this black color in all the color options that the Ford Expedition has. And it's practically a mandatory black color. If not, you're not going to have a choice because that's how they've done it. Well, when you buy a 2025 Expedition. This part, in the middle of the rear gate, will always be black, regardless of the color you choose. Because they want to highlight the split tailgate, which is one of the most outstanding features for this new Ford, which is the split tailgate. Well, let's see it here in action. Let's open it here with the key. And this is the split tailgate, just like the tailgate of a pickup truck. This is one of the things they highlight as unique in their segment, let's say, among direct competitors, where the Nissan Armada and the GMC Yukon are. Above all, the Chevrolet Tahoe and the Suburban. None of them have a tailgate with this kind of division. Are there other SUVs that do have it? Yes, of course. This one, especially in that segment, would be the Ford Expedition. This provides versatility, as it can be set up as a table, which is useful for camping or arranged as a seat, or watch the kids' soccer game. Well, they've increased all that versatility in this Ford Expedition, 2025. So, what do you think? What do you think? That they force you? I'm not going to say they force you, but that they only give you the option to have black on the top, that too. I'd like to see your opinion there in the comments. Continuing with this rear part, over here you'll find, for example, controls, lights that turn on up here. There you have that little light. You also have the option to fold down the rear seats with buttons. And everything adjusts there to give you more space, more versatility in the cargo area. You can do the same with the second row and the third row. Look over there, so I'll show you how you can come up with more versatility in the cargo space. Let's move on to the rear. The taillights are beautifully shaped and updated. The integration is very nice with the Expedition prominently displayed. Here we have additional LED lights complementing the rear section's lighting. What do you think about the color of the Platinum model shown here in high relief? A nice color, a new color within the range of colors they're offering for the Expedition. In 2025, expect around 18 miles per gallon or 4.35 miles per liter for capless fuel in terms of fuel economy. Before discussing the interior, if you're enjoying the video, please like and subscribe to Freedy Car Power 360's channel. All right, let's go. And like I told you, they've turned the interior upside down. This has changed a lot. So let's talk about the most important things you should keep in mind if you want to buy or are interested in the Ford Expedition. Almost everything in this cabin is new, starting with the semi-oval, semi-square shaped steering wheel, as I mentioned earlier. And what's going to be interesting is when I'm driving it, I'll tell you how it feels, how strange the steering wheel feels, and whether it's ergonomic or not. And you have new controls. I'll talk to you about those too when I'm driving. New screen, the cluster, completely new digital instrument panel. It's set a bit farther back. Another interesting aspect will be how it feels when I'm driving it. Another new screen that's kind of floating here, the info screen. Entertainment with a display, some really good digital graphics, and the integration of Google and the apps. That's another important thing. New vents or a new air conditioning vent design. I like it, let's be honest. Here's the power button. This extension is also new. We have some controls here for the camera, the auto on and off control. We also have sensors to turn off the traction control, and the hill descent assist is there. Combination of metallic tone here. It says Expedition. I like this here. This extension and also the wood tone looks really good. Here, we have wireless charging for the cell phone in the center console. We have the trailer modulation control. One interesting thing that happened to me here is that normally I would have preferred the drive mode control here, but they've moved that drive mode control over here. To the left, it's a bit strange. They say that the good drive mode is set once and you don't touch it anymore. Well, I'm one of those people who's always looking, where's the sport mode, the sporty mode in a vehicle? And this is one of the modes people use the least. They say the towing mode is used 6 times a year. So, well, for me, I would have preferred if the drive mode selector was here, but that's what they decided. And over here you have more connectivity. You close this and it looks really nice. Obviously the Expedition is known for having a lot of cup holders, and something else new we have here. Who did they copy it from? I won't name names, but if it looks, walks, and quacks like a duck, this is what's happening. The motorized console is here to create more storage space, more versatility. This is the motorized console. The controls in the other truck, in the Tahoe, just to be clear, are up here. This, which I think is a really good feature, really convenient, being able to have this versatility with the movement of the center console. But you also have the option to open it, and there you have your traditional space, with a bit more connectivity down there. So one new thing they've done to this Expedition, and once you drive the new Ford Expedition, you're going to like several things. The first one is how they've perfected the Blue Cruise system, the hands-free system. You get a warning because it's not enabled for all highways. On this highway, specifically in the state of Kentucky. If it can be activated, the Blue Cruise system, you get a notification that you can activate it. You turn on the adaptive cruise control system and it quickly syncs. You can already let go of the steering wheel. You just have to stay attentive. It has an eye sensor, which means that if I turn my head to one side or the other, it will detect that I'm not looking at the road, and I'll get a warning notification to keep my eyes forward, which is good for safety. Look at this. If I want to change lanes, I turn on the right turn signal and it changes lanes for me. I'm not talking about autonomous driving, which they've perfected with artificial intelligence and other things. Okay, let's get out from behind this truck. I activate the left turn signal and it changes me to the left lane, and look at that. The camera monitor in the cluster is another new feature they've integrated, which you're also going to like in the new Expedition. Now it's something that the script has implemented for you. For example, when you turn on the blinker, the camera monitor activates so you can see it. That makes visibility itself easier, greatly minimizing the risk. You just saw this truck, I don't know if you saw it. That Ram up front, it was kind of going off the road. But anyway, the good thing is when you have it on this Blue Cruise hands-free system, it brakes for you. It does everything automatically, basically autonomous driving. And I was telling you about the camera integration, that's a good thing. For the new Forex Expedition 2025, and continuing with other things that you will also like about this Forex Expedition, is the new steering. Personally, I don't dislike it at all, not at all. It doesn't feel unnatural to me. I think it's ergonomic. Honestly, I'm buying into it, the steering, and I'm already going to let go of my doubts. I'm going to deactivate the hands-free system to tell you about the experience of traditional driving, conventional driving, but not before saying something related to the hands-free system. They have perfected it since they have more sensors, and this has been greatly improved by artificial intelligence. When driving in autonomous mode, the vehicle continuously corrects its path, especially when a truck or another vehicle is in close proximity. It adjusts itself a bit more, just like you would intuitively do if you were driving it with your own hands. The system automatically shifts slightly to the left as a precautionary measure. And then once it moves away, whether from the truck or the vehicle that it detected, it centers itself back in its lane. I think that's wonderful. That's why I say they've perfected the hands-free technology of the Blue Plus hands-free system. But here I already turned it off, hands on the wheel and on the pedals, and here I start to notice that it doesn't feel like a V8. It doesn't push like a V8. I floor the accelerator and it doesn't sound like a V8. Why? Because here we don't have a V8, we have a V6. And why do I say that? Because we know that Chevrolet's and GMC's competitors do offer engines with a V8. Now, to be fair, it doesn't accelerate badly. It has a good punch of acceleration. The transitions, the gear shifts of that transmission have also been improved compared to previous versions. It used to have a tendency to get confused from time to time, but here, look, it feels good, honestly. The handling is comfortable, you have enough power, you have 400 horsepower at your disposal. That's more than enough for a lot of people, many of the buyers. I also want to show you another interesting thing, which is the steering here, taking advantage of the shot I have with the GoPro camera. And here it keeps correcting because I still have the Blue Cruise system active, but that's not what I want to tell you. It's the new shape of the steering wheel. When it comes to driving it, that's really when you approve it. That's when I can really tell you how it feels. And for me, it's not an unnatural feeling. It has ergonomics. I actually like it. The feeling of the steering is strange at first, but it's not so, I don't know, not so weird or so strange. Like the one in the Tesla Model S, the Model S. The steering, that yoke. That doesn't have the upper part, not here itself. It's the full steering itself, but obviously you have a shape like this. Oval, semi-square, however you want to call it, and I think it's fine. I like it. And other things about the steering that you'll have to get used to. Are these the new digital controls? All of this is part of technological evolution. You can't see them. We have to adapt. We have to embrace it because, well, it's not the same as before. Everything is changing and we're living through a transition. What's going on? For example, the steering is telescopic. But to actually change the orientation of the steering, I mean, to adjust the height or distance regulation, I must view the dashboard and use these invisible buttons to operate it. If I desire, the distance adjustment has to be to the sides, and Interlake State Recreation Area may be closed upon your arrival. And the adjustment. The regulation, of height. It's also done with those little arrows you see on the cluster. So it's a coordination between what you do with your hand here and what you see there on the cluster. But obviously it helps a lot when you're using the hands-free system. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this coordination with the dashboard and the invisible buttons? Do you think they're making things too complicated? Or must we embrace the changes brought by technological evolution, including hands-free driving? What I can say is that it looks pretty nice, very modern. On the left, you control the adaptive cruise control type, which also activates the Blue Cruise system. And on the right, you have the classic audio controls to activate the phone's Bluetooth and also the telescopic steering from the right. I also want to highlight something that you only notice when you drive it. That's why first-hand experience is important. When we come and test these vehicles, that's when we notice certain things. In the presentation video, which was, let's say, in a studio where there was no driving, I had said that it seemed very strange to me, the actual distance of the cluster of the instrument panel, that they have moved it a little farther or quite a bit farther from the driver. Now, driving it, I can tell you it doesn't bother at all. I think there's good space, a good field of visibility. The graphics themselves, since it's fully digital, are quite legible, large, and you can customize them. So, they don't bother at all. I think it works well. This configuration of this new instrument panel, together with the infotainment screen, make a good combination. That's very good. Another interesting thing, well, not interesting, but just wrapping up the driving experience part. Good driver position. You have the seat, let's say, with good ergonomics. You can adjust the lumbar support. It has massages there, and without even meaning to, I just activated the back massage. And there's very good visibility in this Ford Expedition. Returning to the screen topic, here's another feature many people will appreciate, because you have the option to transfer content that's here on the infotainment screen over to the large cluster screen. Content like what? For example, look at YouTube. Let's find a video. 3D car power 360, and let's search. Okay, let's see. For example, here we have the Ford Bronco. There it is. Look at what the smaller Bronco can do. We had that in a really good video over there, doing off-road in Moab. But can you transfer the content of this video? Can you transfer it to the cluster? Look, from that button, it goes to the dashboard. That's one of the things I've loved. Look, there you can watch the video. You can watch it here if you prefer. You can watch it here on the central screen. But if not, you can move it over there to have a more natural and comfortable position for your head. So that's something that I have found very, very interesting. So, do you have that level of versatility with the content? And you can also do it with video games, because there's a part here where you press and it takes you to a selection of video games that you can choose from the Google Store. And there I show you how you can also spend your free time while the vehicle's parked, because you can't operate this if the vehicle's running or moving. Obviously, while driving, you won't be able to do any of this, not watch a movie, nor watch my YouTube channel. You have to wait until you get home or park to be able to watch this content. The car has to be in park and stopped. Coming over here, the second row of seats and the third row of seats, is there anything in particular? The configuration is 40-20-40. Why? Because now this chair or this middle seat can be folded down to create more space and more versatility. If you want to place your skis, for example, your fishing rod or wooden planks that are long, let's say you need to use up to the front part. You can do it because they have designed it that way to give you more versatility with the things in your cargo space. I think that's really good. The second row of seats also, as I told you, have to be captain's chairs. They've removed what's called the bench seat, the bench. Here you have your air conditioning controls, additional cup holders, and a connector. Regular. There you have it, and honestly, it's really comfortable to travel in. Above, you have a huge panoramic sunroof. It's a pretty large sliding one, and you also have air conditioning vents in the ceiling. And here I'll show you the legroom in the third row. Yes, look, I'm in the third row, and I'm almost touching the ceiling. I'm 5 feet 6 inches tall, 171, I think that's it. And well, when you sit here in the middle, here in the other seat, that distance goes down a little bit. Also, it has a way to increase it a little more, but a really tall person is going to have a bit of a hard time. But well, here I give you this visual reference of the third row. And I think the seat and the distance itself feel comfortable. Since it's a full-size sport utility vehicle, 2 adults can travel, or even kids, and they can travel comfortably. And look how beautiful the sport utility vehicle looks from here to there. The person in the third row gets the whole view, and that's really nice. The new Expedition is quite luxurious. And I was asking you if they had fixed the issues from the past. Well, honestly, they're making great efforts. And when we visited the plant, because we had the chance to be there at the plant, this sport utility vehicle has had problems, like many others in the full-size sport utility vehicle segment, with recalls. I mean, what they call recalls or service calls, due to problems with oil leaks, issues that are related to the engine. Well, now they've made it a priority and focused on it so that this 2025 version, to minimize as much as possible those kinds of recalls, so there are no failures. They're using artificial intelligence. Everything is computerized, so that a stricter quality control is being carried out, precisely to avoid those little problems from the past. Obviously, once people buy and start driving it, when we start receiving those statistics, that's when we'll find out if it has actually worked. The new Ford Expedition has resolved the issues from previous models. It's a very good vehicle. What are your thoughts on it? 2025. What rating would you give it? Which change did you like the most, and which one did you like the least? Let me know down in the comments. For now, from Kentucky, in this first official test of the Ford Expedition, I send you a big hug, and I'll see you and wait for you in the next video. Bye.